stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise, I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders. Now we ain't out here moving rocks, we out here moving.
Yo, what is up, y'all? What is up? It's me, it's Key, and we're back. We're in the building with another episode of the 7200 Second Podcast. Donte, I think he's running a little late, but he will be up here momentarily. But you know, show must go on. But appreciate y'all. What's going on, y'all? I see you, Burn. Donte, East Coast Gridiron, I see you in the chat. Daniel, appreciate y'all. New level heights. What is going on? What is going on, y'all? What is going on? Man, we got a lot to talk about, especially the NBA playoffs. A lot of the second round is set, but let's go over the elephant in the room here. So we're on episode number 86. We are getting there, close to 100 episodes. Again, 100th episode will be a special episode because, again, we are giving away the jersey giveaway and a 7200 second t-shirt. Maybe a hat we'll throw in for third place, just for for y'all rocking and being with us each and every week that we do go on. Friday edition of the 7200 Second Podcast Show. So appreciate y'all always in the chat and interacting with everybody. So get down to the nitty gritty of things. Last night's game 6 between the Philadelphia 76ers and the New York Knicks. Of course, the Knicks move on. Came up short. That first quarter was a doozy. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm like, oh my gosh, we starting off slow. It's 34-11 in the first quarter, and then something clicked. We clicked in gear. We got the momentum. Halftime, we was up 3, and then the shenanigans began, and we just couldn't do it. But shout out to the New York Knicks. They out-hustled. They out-rebound. They outplayed this. And they're moving on to the second round against the Indiana Pacers. But go over the stats here for the Knicks. OG Anunoby with 19 points. You had Hardenstein chipping with 14. Jalen Brunson, 41. Josh Hart, 16 points. And DiVincenzo with 23 points. For DiVincenzo. The bench didn't really wasn't a factor here for the Knicks, but the bench for the Sixers was Buddy Hield. I'll put out a bolo and a missing person report out for him. And what happened? He came through and had 17 off the bench. He had 20 points off the bench. You had Nico Batum had 16 points off the bench, and then Campaign came in, gave you 6. But Tobias Harris just did a bunch of cardio for 29 minutes. Only took 2 shots and had 0 points. Meanwhile, Joel Embiid played 40 minutes, still 39 points and 13 rebounds. You had Tyrese Maxey, 17 points. The defense really did a good job on him. So he really couldn't go off like he did the last game, 41 points. And then you had Oubre with 17 and Kyle Lowry, another person just doing his cardio. 2 shots, 13 minutes, 0 points. Buddy Hield got most of his minutes. What's going on, Bobby? What's going on? Beantown Breakdown. Jimmy didn't even attempt to play. Nope. Jimmy didn't even attempt to play for your Heat. The Knicks have a 7-man crew. Indy should make quick work from them. Indy got a good team, but we're gonna get into that series. But what hurt us in this series is, again, second round exit, first round exit can't get to the promised land to save our life. Joel Embiid, do I feel sorry for the guy? Of course I feel sorry for the guy. But you still got to play basketball. Can't help the fact that he's always hurt during the playoffs and we really need him. He had one knee. He had one leg, and he had the Bell's palsy. And he's still going out there giving you double digits and rebounding, still giving you the max points. It's only him and Maxey. This is where my problem lies. And it's with the front office and Daryl Morey. So the front office decided not to give Jimmy Butler the max, but you give Tobias Harris the max. We got a 4-year player, max deal, $180 million when Tobias Harris don't show up to playoff games. We all know Tobias Harris can score, give you about 20, 25 points a night. That's a given. But when James Harden came here, he trickled down to the fourth option. He don't know how to find his shot. He don't know how to get involved. He don't know how to do anything. But they also don't give him plays either. Tobias Harris is the type of guy who's a good post-up player. He can get shots. He's a great perimeter defender. I give Tobias that. He can get you rebounds. But when we really need him the most to score, he don't know how to do that. And yes, Tobias Harris is finally gone. This is Tobias Harris' last stop in Philadelphia. He might as well just clean out his locker and go at it. I know they had the exit interviews from everybody today. But that game last night, there's no way in hell. If Tobias Harris scored 4 points, you know what? The Sixers forced Game 7. If Tobias Harris had 4 points, the Sixers will be in Game 7. If Kyle Lowry got us 2 points and Tobias has 4 points, the Sixers will force Game 7. Yes, you a good defender. Yes, you're good in other areas, but when we need you to score some buckets, you non-existent. 2.0 Ben Simmons in elimination games. At least Ben had more points than you. Ben had more points than you in an elimination game. But you got to give it up to the Knicks. The Knicks were hungrier. The Knicks wanted them more. They out-hustled. They out-rebound. They was killing us on the offensive rebounds, getting second chance shots. So, I mean, I like the heart and the gut that they had. You just couldn't, I don't know. You just couldn't. We just came up short. So, off-season times here, I know that free agency is going to be crazy this year. Top free agents. I'm hearing Paul George, possibly Brandon Ingram, maybe bringing Jimmy back. I still got my Jimmy Butler jersey, by the way. But what do the Sixers do from here? It's all in the front office's court now. The ball is in Daryl Morey's hand right now. Because Maxey's going to get his deal. We're going to talk about Joel. I don't think Joel is going to be going anywhere. I think Joel's going to stay here in Philly. It wouldn't make, for me, he's not going anywhere. He wants to win here. He loves Philly. I don't see him going anywhere. And him and Maxey is the best duo right now. You got to add to the duo. They can't do it themselves. You know the reason why he's always getting banged up and hurt all the time? Just like Saquon Barkley. When you're the only offense, what happens? Your body wears down and tears. That's what's happening to Joel. He's constantly the offensive force on the 76ers. He can't catch a break. So you're grounding and pounding him, and you're using him. He's going to break down because it's just him. Now he got Maxey. Them two can't do it by themselves, so they need help. And the bench didn't contribute to the production. So what you expect? Joel's going to break down because he's always getting used. Yeah, if you had a good quality backup center, we can rest him a little bit. Andre Drummond was the perfect backup center, but the Bulls didn't want to let him go, and they didn't want to bring him in. But yeah, I think Joel's going to stay here. Bring in Coach Donte, his thoughts. Welcome, Coach.
What's good?
Talking about the Sixers series last night, they came up short. That first quarter, I was like, oh man, we in for it. But they turned it on. They came back a little bit, but the second half adjusted. But your thoughts about the Sixers series and what the Sixers should do from here?
Well, the first of all, it starts with the front office getting better players around Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey. That's what it starts with. Once the last thing you needed, like when we talked about in game 1 and 2, Jalen Brunson wasn't on fire, and they were still managing to win those games when Jalen Brunson was not on fire. But the last thing the Sixers needed to happen was Jalen Brunson having 39 points in game 3, even though if it was a loss, but that got him pretty much going. Now, once he started getting going, And no way in the world the Sixers will be able to stop this guy. OG Anunoby having a very good, successful series. Donte DiVincenzo, who hit about 6 threes yesterday, last night in last night's game. You had Josh Hart, who hit the biggest three of the game. The game went pretty much the game winning three to put the New York Knicks up by 3. So when you add into all of that, the Sixers have better talent on the floor and off the bench. The Sixers doesn't even have a bench. Yes, Buddy Hield came off the bench and lit it up, but it took Buddy Hield to game 6 to have to do something like that. So again, the Knicks you just got to give credit to the Knicks, man. All the credit deserved to go to the Knicks, and you got to give Tom Thibodeau credit for what he done, because again, his mindset coming into this game 6 after seeing what he's seen in game 5 with Maxey did, the sending the game to game 6. He's saying we're not going to let Maxey beat us. We're going to double him, and if he goes to the paint, we're going to show him different bodies. We're going to play Joel Embiid one-on-one. Yes, Joel Embiid is going to cook us one-on-one, but we're not going to give up threes in the second half. The only threes that I believe the Sixers had when Joel Embiid first started in the second half. We're going to play Joel Embiid one-on-one, and we're not going to give up threes. We're not going to give up threes. We're going to double Tyrese Maxey. And I like the game plan that Tom Thibodeau did. I just like it. I just think the Knicks was a better team just because the lackluster roster that the Sixers have.
Yeah, I mean, you had Hartenstein that was coming off the bench. Hartenstein's a starter. He's a good starter. You had Mitchell Robinson coming off the bench, who actually played Joel pretty well. You had Deuce McBride coming off the bench. That's really their rotation. They don't have too many guys. Bogdanovich, he's hurt. So their rotation is not deep. They have the main guys. You got DiVincenzo, you got your starters, and then you got Mitchell Robinson and Deuce McBride that comes off the bench, and Bogdanovich. So that's what, an 8-man rotation. That's all they use. But no, they just out-rebounded us, out-hustled. We just couldn't get it done. So, I mean, it's another year. We can't blame nobody. We can't blame Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse did everything he could. I mean, you can maybe put 5 to 10% on him, but it's not all solely on Nick Nurse. So my question is, so in 2021, they banned that what Trae Young used to do. He used to dribble and then he used to hop back into the defender, and that's how he gets the foul. But they were supposed to have got rid of that, I thought. So Jalen Brunson did that pretty much damn near all game. And they didn't get caught. He did it twice. He got Platoon and he got Kelly Oubre. Your thoughts on, are they going to look at that again? Are they going to try to ban that again? Or because they were supposed to do that because Trae Young and James Harden used to do it. So they were like, all right, we're going to cut it out. And now it's back. So what's going on with the officiating?
I don't think the officiate. I think that was a very good call by the refs. First of all, Jalen Brunson do this move, like I explained last night, it's like a crab move that you really do on 2K. When you get a defender behind you, in 2K, you can just shoot the ball. It doesn't affect your shot. But in actual real life, when you get a guy behind him, you already in a bad decision because you're trying to get in front of the guy. Kelly Oubre gets behind him. He reaches, and Jalen Brunson comes up, and it makes it seem like he bumps his head into him, which is clearly not. Same thing with Joel Embiid do on the offensive side of the ball. When he sees Hartenstein's hands on him, he's going to come up. Same thing with James Harden. He's going to come up and he's going to get the foul. So again, you just got to be disciplined. You just got to, if you're Kelly Oubre, you just got to be more disciplined. If he gets behind you and stuff, just try not to reach, because if you're going to reach, and of course, when you reach, your head is going to go into his back, and then he's going to lift up to make it seem like that Jalen Brunson draw the contact himself. But like when he just got behind him, that it becomes just literally a dead for Kelly Oubre, because he's behind him. He's in a bad position. He's trying to do whatever he could not to have him to make the shot or block the shot from behind. So it's just, Kelly Oubre just stuck in a bad position. That's what great players do. They find a way to get to the line, and that's just what Jalen Brunson do. Same thing Joel Embiid do. Great players just find a way to get to the line. You just got to be more disciplined and not trying to reach and not have them get behind you like that, because it's several times that Jalen Brunson did that. But again, it takes a disciplined player to even not to allow that. So again, I know it makes it seem like he uses the contact and he bumps his head, he comes up and he bumps his head, and people say, "Oh, no, that's a charge." He's doing the contact himself, but Kelly Oubre is reaching, he's trying to get in position, and his head is coming down, and Jalen Brunson rises up and he shoots it. Now that's actually smart by Jalen Brunson. Now, if his head completely going to it while he's doing this, holding his head up, then I can say that's excessive contact on Jay.
Yeah, I guess overall, we just got outplayed, got outworked. So I shout out to the Knicks. Don't got no bad blood. I've been following the Nova guys since they was in college. Nova's my squad, so I already know how Jalen Brunson, I already know how Josh Hart and DiVincenzo get down. I wanted both of them. I wanted the Josh Hart and the DiVincenzo on the team. But of course, Daryl Morey don't do things like that. I'm surprised he got Oubre, which I wanted. Moving on to this, it's officially off season for us now. So Daryl Morey needs to really think about this upcoming free agency. That's free agents, because there's some good hitters, there's some good players on that list. They were talking about the Jimmy Butler situation. Brandon Ingram, Klay Thompson. If you want to throw Klay out there, but honestly, who do you think the Sixers need to go grab to help this team out?
See, my problem is not with the starting five. Actually, I think the starting five is pretty okay. I like what the starting five is. It's just you need to get a better bench. I think the bench needs to be better. You need better complementary pieces. It's not always getting the big names, getting really the big names and going for the big names. I just think they need to get complementary pieces really on the bench to help out to give Joel Embiid some rest, because literally every time, like I say again, I can't say Paul Reed is not it, because again, I can't, like I say, he doesn't play a lot.
Paul Reed's more of a four to me than a five.
But he doesn't really play a lot, so I cannot say Paul Reed is not it. Now we know I'll let Buddy Hield go after seeing what I've seen. After I've seen what I've seen for him in the playoffs, I will let him go. It's clear that Tobias Harris is going to leave. If I was Tobias Harris, I'll leave too. I'll leave somewhere too. So other than that, I just think you need some bench pieces. I just think you really need some bench pieces. I don't think it's really nothing. Now I consider bringing Kelly Oubre back.
The starter. I wouldn't bring him off the bench.
I think Kelly Oubre. I think you need the discussion to bring him back. I thought he fit pretty well with
the three. Honestly, the three that I want to come back: Payne, Batum, and Oubre.
I think it's gonna be some discussions though. But I will, if I had a decision to keep who I would keep out of Batum and Oubre, I would definitely keep Kelly Oubre, because I think he's basically the younger part of it. So other than that, I just think they need some veteran. They need some role players. They need some pieces to definitely come off the bench, and I just really don't think there's nothing really wrong with the starting line. I like the starting lineup. It just, and then D'Anthony Melton, if he's healthy, he can be a good piece coming off the bench, but he's hurt.
Right, I know it's a back injury, and speaking of Milton, he even did say that he wouldn't mind coming back, but it's a business, and he understood that. Oubre said the same thing. He said Philly showed him love, and he liked Nick Nurse. So hopefully Daryl can bring him back, because he's never really been a place where he's always bounced. So I mean, wouldn't mind bringing Oubre back. I say Campaign was good off the bench too. A little better shooter than Patrick Beverly was. But I wouldn't mind bringing Campaign off the bench for a second unit. Kyle Lowry, I don't know. Kyle Lowry's getting up there in age. I think we got him too late. If we was going to get Kyle Lowry, should have got him earlier, maybe before he went to Miami. He should have pulled the trigger then. But got some work to do. But in your honest opinion, should the Sixers move away from Joel?
Is that a trick question?
Well, I ain't gonna say a certain person.
I know who's a certain person. I can say this big place. Like I know. But other than that, I don't think that's a realistic question.
Some Philly fans, oh well, Joel need to go. Are you crazy? Team would be
actually
if Joel
play well this series. I gotta give it to him. And a lot of people think I would hate Joel Embiid because again, no, I don't hate him. I just call him out. Because again, if you're a top 3 player, I expect you to perform like one. That's a standard that we need to hold these top 5, top 3 players or top 10 players. So that's the standard we need to hold them. So I just think Joel Embiid was very good, great this series. Him and Tyrese Maxey. Outside of Game 5, and Joel Embiid still had a triple-double. I actually thought Joel Embiid actually played, and the only reason I say I won't feel sorry for him because, again, at the end of the day, injury is going to happen. Joel Embiid never plays when he's healthy, but he's still out there. He's still out there playing basketball. It's not like Giannis them. I don't feel sorry for Giannis them because you made the trade. You thought Damian Lillard was going to get you there. Then what happened? Giannis gets hurt. Damian Lillard gets hurt. Again, maybe if Giannis played, the series is different. I'm not saying they would have won, but the series definitely would have been a lot closer than what it was. But again, Joel Embiid had his opportunities to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and he just didn't cash out. That's why I just say I can't really feel sorry for him. Yes, the injuries, it plays a big part. But again, you're still on the floor. If you're going to play through the injuries, I'm still expecting you to go out there and play perform. If you're hurt, you don't play. If you're injured, you telling me, hey, I can still go out there and perform. And Joel Embiid was hurt, and he went out there and performed. And that's what I want from Joel Embiid. That's what I want for him. And I think he played great. I don't think he was the reason why they lost. Like I thought he was the reason last year why they actually lost the series last year. But I don't think he was part of the reason this year. I just think the Sixers got outplayed by a better team, and I thought the lack of depth really hurted them.
Going on to another series. We got the Heat and the Celtics. The Celtics did beat the Heat 4-1 in that series, gentleman sweep, like I thought they was going to do. I called it. I said Miami will get one. But Boston was too much for them without Jimmy Butler. Jimmy didn't even try to attempt to play or anything. The Celtics took them off. It's the Celtics to lose. I got them riding through to the finals. The NBA could be setting up a New York, Boston in the Eastern Conference. That could be a good series, good matchup there. But we got the Pacers moving on to face the Knicks in the second round. The Pacers beat the Bucks 4-2, even though Damian Lillard did play last night. So Portis had 20. He had 14 points from Middleton. Brook Lopez, you had 20. Patrick Beverly had 6. He gets ejected. We're going to talk about Pat Bev in a little bit. Damian Lillard, 7 of 16 shooting, 4 for 12 from 3. He did have 28. Your bench really didn't do anything for the Bucks. But then you had Siakam, 19 points, 15 points from Naismith. You had 14 points from Nembhard, 17 points from Halliburton. Obi Toppin gave you 21. And TJ McConnell, it's a good day when TJ gives you 20 points off the bench. TJ McConnell with 20 points. Come on now. TJ was a fan favorite. He was in Philly. He got hurt. He plays. He that second unit. But how did the Pacers, besides the injuries, beat the Bucks?
Again, you can, if you want to go back to factoring in Giannis not playing in the series. I mean, again, I want y'all to listen to me. I'm not saying the Bucks would have probably won the series, but the series would have been a lot different. See, that's the difference between being out and not playing. Like, if Giannis would have played and he played hurt, then he wouldn't have got a pass. I wouldn't have gave him a pass. But just because he did not play during the series, it changed a lot of things. It's very much that the Bucks could have still won. The Pacers would have still won that series because they have one of the best. They had probably the best offense in the NBA coming into this playoffs. Adding Siakam was really great for the Indiana Pacers. Naismith, who went from Boston over there to Indiana, that was a good change of scenery from him. And not to mention again, you don't have Benedict Mathurin, who's good over there for the Indiana Pacers, a young stud over there. So again, I will say Pacers won based on Siakam, Obi Toppin stepping up, who went from the Knicks to the Pacers. Again, he's going to be looking for his get back over there since they traded him to the Pacers. So again, you got to give credit to the Pacers. They were the better team. But I would really like to see, we would never know because, again, who would have won a series because, again, Giannis never didn't play. Damian Lillard played for half of the series, but probably one game. So that means tell you Damian Lillard wasn't really enough to even hold off the Pacers. But other than that, congratulations to the Pacers, man. The Pacers was just a better team, and they offense was rolling.
Yeah. I had a sneaky feeling that Indy was gonna win this series. The Knicks and Indy should be a good series. We did have another series. I mean, we already knew that was going to happen. You got Denver taking care of the Lakers, and then you got the Pelicans getting swept by OKC. So then you got Denver going up against Minnesota. Should be an interesting series. And OKC is waiting for the winner of Dallas and the Clippers. So tonight's games, we do have the Cavs and the Magic. Now the Cavaliers are hanging on to this 3-2 lead. This is another good series. What do you think about this series? And do the Mavs close it out tonight?
Yep, I think
not the Mavs. Do the Cavs close it out tonight?
No, this is for since that question came out, I'm gonna say the Mavs get it done tonight. But I think it goes to a game 7. I think the Orlando Magic win game 6 tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I think they might close. I think they're gonna close things out. And you said the Cavs is gonna close out the Clippers, right? I could have told y'all, Clippers fans. I could have told y'all about James Harden. He looked good, but then he gonna give you that 7-point game the next night. I could have told y'all that, but this is what James Harden do.
I mean, that's one game. He was great in the series outside of the one game, though.
This is what James Harden do. But the Mavs.
It's gonna be one of those games he's not gonna have great. Right. It's gonna be one of those that you expect.
Also, the Mavs play the Clippers tonight. Another game 6. Dallas is up. Do LA force a game 7?
No, I think the Mavs win the series. Play OKC.
And it looks like Tyronn Lue, they're gonna bring Lue back in for an extension. Darvin Ham, they finally got. If
they're gonna talk extension with the Clippers gonna talk extension with Tyronn Lue, then the Lakers won't be getting them then.
Nope. Yeah. So Darvin Ham gets the boot. In my opinion, we knew this was gonna come. In my opinion, it's not this man's fault.
How you gonna tell somebody about the Clippers when everybody know about the goddamn Clippers?
He just went to the East. He just went to the Western Conference Finals. But then y'all booed him the next season. He still went to the playoffs. But we knew this was coming. We knew this was coming. And then in my opinion, it's not all his fault. That's the front office's fault. Y'all talk about Darvin Ham and him getting the boot.
Well, again, Darvin Ham, sometimes he does have questionable rotations a lot at times. So I see where the fan base is coming from. But again, I believe they were at the same record last time. They was the 7th seed and went to the Western Conference Finals last year. This year, running into Denver, a buzzsaw about the Denver Nuggets, a buzzsaw this time. We have to find a way to at least goddamn beat Denver a couple of times. You can't go 1-11 against the Denver Nuggets. I mean, that's just unacceptable right there. But again, change of scenery for Darvin Ham. Maybe I think Darvin Ham still can coach in this league, but I believe it's got to be with a younger team. It just cannot be with a championship-ready organization. It just cannot be. And again, I believe it needs to be with a younger roster. So other than that, hey, just give credit to the Nuggets. I mean, they're the better team.
LeBron was blaming the refs in that 20-point loss. He was talking about the call on D'Angelo Russell. That's the call he was talking about. But he didn't blame the ref the whole series. It just got to come into play. But, LeBron can only do what he can do. AD was trying to do what he can do. If AD is – you got to give credit to Anthony Davis. He was healthy majority. This is the first time him being healthy majority of the season. He still played. He still put up numbers in the losses. So it's just Lakers just can't beat Denver. They just came up short. D'Angelo Russell has his moments. D'Lo's not going to be there next year. So what do the Lakers got to do? What does LeBron come back? What's the Lakers' next move now?
I think LeBron does come back. I think he does go back to the Lakers. All of those experience, D'Lo is going to be out. I think D'Lo is going to be out. But like I say, again, just a lot of things didn't work out. The Austin Reeves contract, that didn't really work out how they supposed to expect it. I think D'Lo is out of the door. I think Gabe Vincent, that contract was crazy. That contract was a bust, pretty much. Other than that, you just gotta see how the coaching staff shape up. That's the first thing they need to worry about is the coaching staff and what coach you will ever bring in. So, because if Tyronn Lue stays with the Clippers, then you don't get Tyronn Lue. You have Mike Budenholzer out there. You have Sam Cassell out there. You have Sam
They
Cassell
was
out.
even talking about LeBron's buddy. LeBron's buddy and co-host in the podcast, JJ Redick.
Yep, JJ Redick.
He was talking about Rajon Rondo.
Yep. You have all those good names out there. So the first thing you got to do is focus on is getting the coach right. You just got to get the coach right.
You can get the coach right. I mean, Rob Pelinka got to put some pieces around, and I mean, you had Cam Whitmore right there. You passed up on him. Not saying he would have moved the needle with the advancing, but you gotta be better too. The Knicks, could they possibly be finals bound?
Yeah.
Do you think they can get to the finals?
Yes, I think that's the best team. That's the only chance. I think that's the best team that can beat Boston. I think that's the only team in the East that I feel comfortable that can beat Boston because of their defense, the way they attack the rebounds, attack the glass. I think the Knicks are the best chance of beating Boston. And because of Jalen Brunson can go on an outburst at any point of time. So yeah, once you wake up that bear, hey, there's no stopping that bear. Don't stop it.
It's crazy because once he had that, I think it was a 3-point play he had. He looked up into the rafters and saw that Villanova banner hanging up there. I was like, oh man, it's over. It's over. Because he pretty much played in that arena throughout his whole college. He got 2 banners up there. So he looked at that banner and I'm like, oh man, it's a done deal. What does Miami do? Do they bring Jimmy back? Do they try to blow it up and bring, because you got, Hero, Duncan Robinson, Jaime is playing lights out to be a rookie, so he's gonna be good. What do you do? Bam Adebayo? What do you do? You try to move Bam, get other pieces in? What do you do with Miami?
Well, the right thing to do is to probably blow it up and start over. But is that what Pat Riley gonna do? I don't know if that's Pat Riley would do. I only know Pat Riley as a competitor and a guy an executive that wants to win and that don't take losing for granted. So it's gonna be hard for me to see, Miami blow it up with Pat Riley being there.
It'll be interesting. It's funny. Eric Spoelstra never won Coach of the Year.
I didn't know that.
Never has won Coach of the Year, and that's crazy. That was a mind-blowing stat when I seen that. I'm like, are you serious? Not even with, I don't even think he won it when he he hasn't won it. That's the mind-boggling part to me. The Phoenix Suns, they get bounced out by Minnesota. Bradley Beal was never hurt. He was always hurt. Booker and KD can only do so much. They really don't have no bench. But what does the Suns do? Do they try to get rid of Kevin Durant? They try to get rid of Bill? Do Booker eventually is going to run out? Booker said he wants to be like Kobe and stay with one team for a long time. But Booker's going to want to win. Booker's going to be one of the type of players like, okay, I played my whole career and I ain't get nothing. Like he's a player that should be on some type of championship team or at least play for a title. So what's going to happen with the Suns?
The Suns don't have any money to make any type of move. They don't have any draft picks. They stuck. They can't do anything. They don't have no money. They don't have draft picks. They stuck.
They have no bench. They can't do anything.
The only thing you really could do is fire the coach and get a new coach. That's the only thing you really could do.
They said Vogel up to fail. They said bring Vogel up to fail. They set him up. KD wanted Bill. I don't know if he wanted Bill.
You don't know that.
I don't think KD wanted Bill. Bill wanted to go to the Suns. He's like, okay, he had a now no player trade clause. He can go anywhere, and he chose Phoenix.
I don't know where you be getting your information from. Your information just be false. It's false.
they stuck like Chuck again. Maybe if Bill come back healthy, maybe they can make some noise, but they ain't got no bench. They ain't got no bench.
They can't do nothing. But the only thing they can do is change the head coach, really.
And like I said, they set Frank Vogel up to fail. Frank Vogel ain't a bad coach. They just set him up. They setting him up. Was it a bad idea to trade for Damian Lillard?
Oh, was it a bad idea? The trade Damian Lillard. I think when you look at it right now, you will say it was a bad idea to trade for Damian Lillard. I think it was a mistake. I think Drew Holiday didn't know he was going to leave. He didn't know he was going to get traded, and it hampered their defense a lot, which they wasn't playing any type of defense this year. But we don't never know because, again, Giannis was out throughout that whole series. He was out throughout that whole series. So I would really like to see if Giannis would have played that whole series, how the series would have came out. But other than that, yes, it looked like a bad idea for the Milwaukee Bucks to trade for Damian Lillard. It seems that way right now.
I don't know. We'll see if Dame's still going to be there. Do they try to trade him somewhere? Do they try to get something out of him? But Patrick Beverley decided he wanted to be dumb and throw a basketball at the reporter. And then he gets in a press conference and asks, "Did you know, I'm not talking to you because you don't support, you don't subscribe to my podcast." Well, the ESPN banned him for all guest visits. Patrick Beverley, motions got in the way, but he knew he was wrong. He was wrong for this. Thoughts on the whole Patrick Beverley thing?
I mean, he was wrong for what he did, throwing the ball at someone's head, I believe. And then he threw a ball threw it again in the stands. And then you got a right to talk to a reporter like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's outrageous. That's just insane.
Are Celtics the lock? So Bobby asked, good question. Are the Celtics the lock to make it to the finals? It's going to come down between them and Boston. I mean, them in New York. That's going to be your Eastern Conference Finals.
The only team that can really beat them in the East is New York.
That ECF is going to be crazy game. I don't see Indy beating the Knicks, and I don't see either the Cavs or the Mavs. I mean, the Cavs or the Magic beating Boston. So it's going to be New York and Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. That should be a good banger there. Who's a possible threat in the West to Boston?
The Denver Nuggets. I believe Boston, if they make it to the finals, they beat anybody else but Denver. I don't think they beat Denver, but I think they beat anybody else that make the finals.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, we should start calling Tobias Harris Mr. No Show. That's Cat's name.
I feel you on that. Watch what he do next year. Watch what Tobias Harris do next year. Now that he's gonna be out of.
He's gonna be with them. He's gonna be with Detroit.
If he be with Detroit, hey, I don't think he's gonna be with Detroit. I don't think he's stupid enough to go down now. Ain't he a free agent?
Huh?
He a free agent, right?
Yep.
Hell no, he ain't going to Detroit. He ain't going nowhere near Detroit then.
Bobby said the Nuggets, Denver is a wagon. Don't know if my Celtics can win that series.
No, I just think that's the only team that can beat y'all. But I think y'all can beat anybody else that make the finals in the West. I think y'all beat anybody else.
So again, we got Denver and Minnesota. Should be interesting. Jamal Murray poured it on in that Lakers series. He called game twice. He said, "No, I got y'all. Game winning shot." You all know what Jokic can do, even though I think Jokic might be the MVP this year. They didn't announce it yet, but I think they're going to give it to him. Caruso got clutch player, I think. I did see that. And then OKC's coach got coach of the year, which that was a given. It could have came down to him or Jamal Mosley because, he turned the Magic team around. So I wouldn't have been mad if it was Mosley, but definitely.
If it was either one, that they all to me the right choice.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't have either way. It could have went either way. But how far do you got OKC going?
They can get to the Western Conference Finals. I believe they have a shot against Dallas if they can beat that. They beat Dallas. They will have a shot. They have a shot against Dallas. I will pick Dallas in the series because they're more experienced, but I think they got a shot. I think they can get to the Western Conference Finals.
All right, so we got some big free agents. That's coming up here in this offseason. Of course, a lot of the big names. Tyrese Maxey, of course, the Sixers are gonna give him the max. Tobias Harris, you got LeBron James, Paul George, Siakam's on the list, OG's on the list. Do you think the Knicks will possibly try to bring OG back? Do they going to move? Do the Pacers try to sign Siakam, or do you see those guys staying?
I think the Pacers. I think the Pacers going. I think both of them going to resign their own players, man. I think Siakam is more happier that he left Toronto. I think they both resign their players.
All right, Bobby has another question for us. Who was your biggest surprise team this year?
Indiana, for me.
Mine was Orlando. Orlando stayed in that 3 to 4 or 5 range majority of the year. Again, Jamal Mosley had those guys playing, but only thing with the Magic is they need a true point guard. Banchero can't be your point forward. They need a guard, and I'm surprised they got guards, but they come off the bench. Why is Jalen Suggs? I mean, not Jalen Suggs. Why is Cole Anthony coming off the bench? He's your guard. Why am I? Oh, well, I know why 14. Why? They need a guard. Banchero shouldn't be bringing up the ball. He can't be your point forward. So I'm gonna say it's Orlando for me. The biggest surprise. So we'll see what next year what they can do. Because they got a good young solid squad. So they're pretty good. Jalen Suggs is good. We all know Banchero can play. Cole Anthony come off the bench. You got the Wagner brothers, so they're pretty solid. So, but Orlando was the surprise. Was the surprise for me. How many games do you think Denver gonna beat Minnesota in?
6.
And okay, so we all know they're gonna play Dallas. OKC and Dallas. What do you think?
You know what? I'm gonna say 7. I say Dallas winning 7.
The best series in the first round, definitely it went to the Sixers in New York. I think that was the best series. It came down to the wire. Just couldn't get over the hump there in the 6th game. So, but NBA playoffs is here, and it's been living up to the hype. It's been some good games so far. So hopefully the second round will do us some justice too. So switching gears, we did have the NFL draft, and we were pretty good up until the Chargers did what they did. Let's look through this draft here. Of course, we all know Caleb Williams was number 1, Jaden Daniels was number 2, and right off the bat, the top 3 QBs went off the board: Drake May, Daniels, and Caleb Williams. Donte, your thoughts on the draft? Who do you think won this draft? Which team?
No, Chargers just had to do it to me, man. They just had to do that to me. But who I think the winners, the winners of the draft, I definitely thought Washington did pretty good. I liked their draft. I liked the Chicago's draft. I think they did pretty well. Eagles did pretty well. My Texans did pretty well. But I'm going to say Washington and Chicago was pretty good in the draft.
So you're getting Caleb Williams with number 1, Jalen Daniels number 2, Drake May 3, Marvin Harrison Jr. 4. Marvin Harrison still didn't sign with the get his licenses. So if y'all trying to get that Marvin Harrison jersey, you can forget it because he didn't sign it yet. So I know some Cardinals fans is probably upset at that. Here is the monkey wrench in everybody's mock drafts. The Chargers take Joe Alt at number 5. We all thought it was going to be a receiver. That shook up everybody's draft. Malik Neighbors didn't go to the Giants. Got J.C. Latham to the Texans. Michael Penix Jr.
The Texans.
Not the Texans. I'm sorry, the Titans. Michael Penix Jr. to the Falcons. That was another shocker there. Did you see that happening?
No, I didn't really see that happen because and you can tell after that pick was made, the man had to answer for that. Boy, he had to hurry up and try to answer for that. But other than that, I didn't see it coming. I didn't see that coming at all.
I guess Atlanta is trying to build up for their future. Again, Kirk Cousins, got paid that money. Probably after 2 years. I mean, we're not going to see Michael Penix this year unless Kirk gets hurt somewhere. But he's going to sit there and learn behind Kirk Cousins. Rona Dunze goes to Chicago. So you got to, Chicago got their another weapon to go alongside DJ Moore. Keenan Allen. That should be Chicago could be, watch out for them and see what Caleb Williams does. I'm actually rooting for him. So just to see his passion, the way he came out on the floor, he's ready to get the work in. Minnesota moved up to get JJ McCarthy. You got the Jets taking Olu Fasciano, Penn State. Bo Nix. This was your sixth quarterback to come off the board. Goes to Oregon. Brock Bowers falls all the way down to the Raiders pick. Some Raiders fans was upset that they got Brock Bowers. Your thoughts on Bowers going all the way down to 13?
That's crazy. Well, but like that's why I expected him to be picked at. I expected him to go like in the middle of that first round, like that in the teens area. But it just added a little bit more firepower. You got a chance to run that 2 tight end set, like the Buffalo Bills run Dawson Knox and Dawson Kincaid. So it'll be interesting to see what they would do over there with the Raiders. I think Brock Bowers is a guy that can block, that you can put at wide receiver. I like Brock Bowers' versatility.
And then you had Tasi Funga go to the Saints. And then this is where your first defensive player fell. Came off the board at 15, Willatu to the Colts. This is why all the defensive players fell in the laps of some teams, i.e. the Eagles. We're going to get there. Byron Murphy, the second, went to Seattle. You had Dallas Turner go to Minnesota. Mims went to the Bengals. You had Jared Verse go to the Rams. You had Troy Fontu. He went to the Steelers. Chop Robinson, that was a good pick going to Miami, knowing that they lost Christian Wilkins. Quinyon Mitchell fell to the Eagles at 22. What do you think about the Eagles pick at 22? Knowing that they had some cornerback issues, do you feel like how he addressed the needs in the draft this year?
I feel like Howard Roseman pretty did. I feel like he did. He addressed the needs that they need. They needed a corner. They needed a corner. That's one thing they lacking at. I think Cooper DeJean is a safety. He's a safety, so they addressed the secondary. That's a big address. I think that's something that they were lacking of. I still say the linebacker position, even though you do got Jeremiah Trotter, still a question mark a little bit, but you fixed the back end of that defense. I think that was more important.
Plus, you got Devin White as well. Came over, you got him a year deal. See what the linebacker core do. We don't know what Kobe Dean can do. So, Brian Thomas Jr. went to the Jags, even though Donte wasn't happy about that Jags pick. If y'all have not yet seen the reactions from the draft, it's at 7. Last time I checked, it was damn near at 8K views of the draft reactions. Make sure y'all go to East Coast Gridiron and look at all the reactions because hilarious. Coach is on there as well.
Over there laughing my behind.
If y'all have not yet seen the draft review, the draft reactions, make sure y'all go over there and look because pure comedy. Especially Burn, they was pissed.
Oh boy, Burn was crazy. I'll go back and watch that on my phone. Burn was crazy.
They was like, please. pleased with that pick. They was like, Arnold. I was like, oh no.
They literally traded back and still messed up and still messed up.
Arnold goes to the Lions. You got Jordan Morgan goes to Green Bay to give some O-line help Jordan Love. Graham Barton goes to Tampa, knowing they needed the center because who's their center? I forget Tampa Bay's last center. You got Darius Robinson goes to Cardinals. Xavier Worthy, your Texas Longhorn, goes to KC. They moved up to get him. Speedy guy to go with Patrick Mahomes. Can his drops be fixed?
Yeah, I think that's easy. It's just like developing a jump shot in the NBA. I'm not gonna beat him up because he dropped the ball. I think it does hurt in a meaningful football game, but again, yeah, I think they could be worked on. That's the mental thing.
Where did your tight end go?
My tight end, Tre'Davious. You talking about Sanders?
Yeah.
I don't remember where he went because I think I'm gonna guess he went on the third day. He went on day 3 because I was at my basketball game at that point, so I didn't keep up where he went.
Tyler Guyton goes to from Oklahoma, goes to the Cowboys. Cowboys needed to adjust the offensive line. Nate Wiggins goes to the Ravens. Ricky Parcell goes to San Fran, and then Xavier Legette from South Carolina stays in the area, goes to the Panthers. If y'all have not heard Legette talk, he's truly from down south, and he definitely got the accent. You gotta really listen to him, but I understood him when he was talking. So, who was your surprise pick of this draft?
Who was my surprise pick?
Yes. Or let's say favorite pick of this draft.
Oh, my favorite pick. Okay. My favorite pick was Adnan Mitchell going to the Colts. That was my favorite pick of the draft. Adnan Mitchell.
They stacked up over there.
They pretty much stacked up over there. I like Adnan Mitchell.
We're going to talk about that, David. The Steelers talk about what's his name? Justin Fields returning kicks. So you get traded. And not only did you get traded, you're not going to be the starter quarterback, but you're going to be running. You're going to be on special teams. Please tell me Pittsburgh ain't going to do that, Donte.
They will. They'll do it. I believe when they say they want to do something, I believe they'll do it.
What is Mike Tomlin doing? Why though? I don't know. I don't know. Who was the losers in this draft? Who didn't have a great draft, in your opinion?
Jaguars. Jaguars. You can look at the pick on Michael Penix when it was a questionable pick. You can look at that. But the Jaguars passing up on a cornerback, something they definitely need. They definitely need it. Then only to trade back and still drafted a wide receiver in Brian Thomas. So, yeah.
Okay. Definitely good draft. No really surprises for me. I'm just happy to see everybody get drafted. The dreams that these guys get called up for since they were little. That's the best part of the draft for me is hearing the calls when they get called. That's the best for me, just to hear the pure and emotion, and to see all that. Damien don't like it because they drafted a punter. I mean, the Jags got a kicker. I mean, if they out there, go get them. Which player was you surprised didn't get drafted? Went undrafted?
Well, I don't know who didn't get undrafted because I was at a basketball game, so I wouldn't know who got drafted, undrafted.
I do know some quarterbacks that go undrafted. I think Sam Hartman went undrafted. Joe Milton got picked up. I forget where he went. I think he go to Atlanta.
I think Joe Milton.
Yeah.
I think he went to the Patriots, did he?
Yeah. He went to the Patriots. So JJ. I don't know. We'll see what JJ to Jefferson. We'll see how that drafts go. But I'm excited. Look, basketball is over for me. Let's bring football. Can't beat that. We got WNBA action tonight. Start of WNBA. They're only streaming the Fever and the Wings because of Caitlin Clark.
What time? What game? What stream they come on? What time?
I don't know, but
damn it.
I'm sure I think the WNBA app will have all the preseason games. But the Sky go up against the Link. So Caitlin Clark goes up against the Dallas Wings, Donte's team there. But Angel Reese, Camila Cadurso will go up against the Minnesota Link. Should be interesting. So the season kicks off May 16th.
Yeah, my birthday in this month, y'all, on the 28th. So, yeah.
Oh, Coach's birthday this month, y'all. So yeah, we got some preseason games tomorrow as well. The Storm and my Sparks, and you got the Dream.
Oh, every game played on NBA TV. I played on the app.
I think so.
Okay.
The ones that they're streaming. So yeah, it should be interesting. Let's see. And moving on to MLB. Trout, another surgery again. That man just can't stay healthy, can he? He just can't. Mike Trout just can't stay healthy. He was hot. Yeah, he started off hot, and then boom. Your thoughts on Mike Trout?
I feel so bad for that man. Now that's what I actually feel bad for. Is that dude right there, Mike Trout. And then because this dude has not had a consistent team around him. Now that's crazy. He only made the playoffs. A person that good is only made the playoffs one time throughout his whole career. It's not like he made the playoffs multiple times and had an opportunity. This man really didn't have even a damn chance to even make it anywhere. But one goddamn time. Now that's crazy. And Mike Trout should have asked out.
Yeah.
He should have asked about that situation. Once Ohtani left, I would ask out.
I don't know. It's interesting. Angels. Then you got. Let me see what's going on here. Got the Phillies first to 20 wins. They still second place by a half game. Atlanta's 20-9. Phillies are 21-11. You got Milwaukee leading the Central Division. Of course, the Dodgers is winning the West. Seattle is on top in the West, in the AL. And we got the Central. We got the Cleveland. And then you got Baltimore, who moved up and took over the Yankee spot. What's going on in MLB? Anything that lit you up in baseball right now?
All right, now I haven't put my focus has just been on playoff basketball. Like after playoff basketball, my full attention will go to. But I've been watching a little bit of games, but I haven't watched them all. I haven't watched pretty much. I just been strictly locked into playoff basketball.
Let's go, Mariners. Mariners has been playing pretty well. The White Sox swept somebody.
They beat somebody.
The White Sox swept the Diamond, the Devil Rays.
They swept the Diamond, the Rays.
They swept Tampa Bay.
Oh, they beat somebody. Oh. Now, Damien, y'all beat somebody.
There go Burn.
That boy Burn been going through it the whole weekend. He having a tough.
He can't win.
Miami, the draft. Oh my God, I feel my boy Burn. I do feel sorry for you, my boy. My boy Burn. Damn, why they just can't treat this guy right? Why they just can't do right by my boy Burn?
I don't know, but I think Burn is in the transfer portal.
Burn. Too good of a fan for the teams to not be loyal to him and do him like that. Burn, you deserve better. Burn, you deserve better.
I think he went to the transfer portal, if I'm not mistaken. He got his he got that black and yellow going. So I don't know how true it is, but I don't know if he's gonna be in the transfer portal or he gonna ride another year with the Jags and have his put the hoodie over his head and pull it. Gonna be pulling one of my numbers. But yeah, y'all wasn't really too much to talk about. I know we had to get the draft covered. We had to get NBA together. So we'll have some more off-season stuff going on. Now we are into NFL. We'll probably he said I'm ashamed.
I know. Hey, Burn, you deserve better. You deserve better than that, man. You deserve better than that, Burn.
Oh, so Marvin Harrison Jr. has a Fanatics deal despite no NFLPA agreement. So he has not signed the licensing agreement, which would allow Players Association to market his name, image, and likeness to more than 80 companies. The wide receiver does have a separate individual memorabilia deal in place with Fanatics. I mean, that's still okay. So you can only get his jersey from Fanatics if that's what it's looking like. And then he has an endorsement with Head and Shoulders and a New Balance. Oh, Finding Nemo gets a job. Finding Nemo got a job. Y'all don't know who Finding Nemo is? Finding Nemo is Chase Claypool. And he's with the Bills on a 1-year deal. OBJ. He goes to Miami to be with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. You think about getting OBJ?
You had some veteran leadership in that locker room. I think he's going to get a lot of playing time over there. I think he at a stage of his career, he'll do anything it takes to win a football game. And I think he knows his role on the actual NFL team now.
There's going to be another weapon for Tua to throw to. The Steelers, they declined Najee Harris's 5th-year option. Can Harris be on the move?
You said what?
Najee Harris, they declined his 5th-year option.
Okay.
So you think he could be on the move?
I think it's a good chance he may be on the move.
He said, well, I'm not mad at Miami because Jimmy Rozier was hurt. Didn't play in the Celtics series, but it's time for a change in Miami. Gene, what's going on? Appreciate you. My LSU homeboy from back in Detroit to boot. Trey Wingo goes to the Lions. So he got picked up. And Najee Harris has been 1,000-yard back each season. Somebody will scoop him that needs a running back.
Yep.
Talk about the running back room for the Rams. They got Williams, they got Blake Corum, and then they added Boston Scott. Since the running back room over here in Philly is all full. But think about they running back room.
I think they have a pretty good running back room, man. I like that running back room.
DJ Shark goes to the Chargers. So Justin Herbert getting some pickups there. But overall again, there's not too much stuff was going on. So that we definitely had to get up here for y'all and at least give us an hour or so. Again, the playoffs is the hottest thing right now. Of course, we'll get into our predictions pretty soon. When it comes to everything, we'll go over what team drafted who got what. Then that will factor into our predictions. Of course, y'all could be in the chat for that. Again, look out for 100, y'all. 100. We are almost there, Donte. We are 86 right now. 86, episode 86. Again, 100th episode. Please watch out for the jersey giveaway. We got 7,200 second t-shirt, and we're going to throw in the hat. So we get 3 drawings for the merch and, of course, the jersey, NFL jersey of your choosing. Make sure y'all tune in that. Again, episode 100 is going to be a great show. That's when you answer all your questions. Y'all can come on up with us and hang out and chill. So 100 episodes definitely going to be fun. So again, all you have to do is look out for Twitter when that comes and just put 100 down in the wherever you see either Coach Donte, myself, YouTube, in the community post somewhere. But we got to see it and put it in our look. Go. We're gonna put it all. It's gonna be all over. It's gonna be on IG, everything. All you gotta do is just comment 100. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe as well. Just for tuning in. So of course, again, the 100 episode is gonna be fun. Coach didn't have his list this week, but he'll bring one next week. Maybe Coach can do a top 10 so far of the first round. I'm sure that freaking Jokic is going to be on there with his grown man triple doubles and his 20 damn rebounds and 18 of them be defensive. Like,
I just called Jokic and told him, "Can I have one of those triple doubles? Can I have one of those?"
Oh, that's right. And the schedule release is next Thursday, so we're gonna talk about the games because I will be in Atlanta against the Saints. So I'm excited for that. But Coach, your final thoughts and everything before we get on out of here.
Everybody welcome to come up to 7,200 seconds on that 100 episode. If you ain't realistic, you ain't coming up though. You ain't coming up. You ain't even making it. You ain't even making it up here on the stream if you ain't realistic. So make sure y'all be realistic about your taste. Football, basketball, it don't matter. We can do football. It don't matter. We just appreciate you guys for those for the couple of years that me and Key been best friends. We've been knowing each other. For y'all to be sticking around with us, and like I say, we just gonna keep moving and keep grinding. And like I say, football just getting started. Basketball, we're in the heated playoff. WNBA. We just appreciate y'all. We just appreciate y'all so much.
If y'all want to be a guest, all I do is hit us up. We do have guests from time to time that come on and rock it with us. So definitely, if you want to do that, y'all know where to find us. We are not hard to find. Also, we on the Sports Wave Network. Links in the description. If you do want to get a shirt early, you don't want to wait for the giveaway. The link's in the description. So appreciate y'all again. Y'all are the fuel that makes us go. Love interacting with each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all. So until next week, again, don't know what day. My schedule changes and it varies from time to time. I know y'all not seeing us. You're seeing us on Friday. But yeah, same time, same place. Well, same place. I don't know about the time or the day, but y'all come on back next week. We'll talk about some more of the playoffs, get more in depth. We'll start to do some things. Coach gonna bring back his list, and then so maybe I don't know if any upcoming fights. Coach can talk about that. We can definitely go over the Garcia Haney situation. So make sure y'all come on back, y'all. Again, we appreciate y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Till next time, we are out of here.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top.
No, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly,